Hello, everybody. It's me again. Your boy, Chris Blackdoor Harris. It's been a long time since I made a video. A very long time. A very long time. But today's episode is based on the D&D board games and the series and shows that are based on them. Like say The Quest. It's wrong to meet a girl in a dungeon. Sword Art Online. There was some Sword Art Online, I ain't gonna lie. The cartoon series itself, Dungeons and Dragons. Dragon Quest. Oh, there was some Dragon Quest. If you ever watched the old version, you'll see what 2020 version was like before the 2020 version came out. The original version you gotta watch first. What else? No, that must be it. Oh. The Arslan and Legend of the Hero. And Fire Emblem. There was some Fire Emblem, I ain't gonna lie. When it comes to Fire Emblem, you know that's a D&D game. True and true. And also, I'd like to give thanks to the creator, Mr. Gary Gygax, and the designer, Mr. Gary Gygax, and David Emerson. I kind of looked those guys up. I didn't know they were dead, so rest in peace. You have given us something great and yet fun to play with. Which means you helped spread out a whole organization of this whole D&D world. Again, Mr. Gary Gygax, David Anderson for designing. For this time around, the D&D, we have talking about legendary weapons, classes, bosses, levels, we talk about how the storyline should go. Their armors. Oh yes, the armors. Now it's time to talk about parties. Parties. First of all, for the party to work, you need something just incredible, baby. Something incredible. And what that's incredible, I'm going to explain. You need a main character that based on how the story should go out. You see, the main character builds a party for each person to meet. It could be a thief. It could be a dwarf. It could be a wood imp. It could be a wood elf. It could be a wizard. It could be a witch. It could be a mage. It could be a bishop. It could be a warlock. But see, each of those guys, let me explain something now. Each of those guys can have a way of leveling up. A lot of they showed us in Sword Art Online, and it's wrong to meet a girl in a dungeon. I mean, pick up a girl in a dungeon, and well, it goes something like this. First of all, let's see, can we get a poor homeless boy or girl from a village whose skills are shown by a knight who takes them under their wing to train them to be a true hero. Now, a hero could be many things, but see, not one hero. No. Let me tell you something right now. It takes not one hero. It takes many. Trust me, I should know why I am Antonio Banderas. I should know how these things work. But wait, there's more. You see, for each time, the heroes, they have their own tragedies, along with the main character himself or herself. You see, they're built to become knights or heroes or paladins or great knights or magical swordsmen. Along the way, you can be both an advisor and a mage in training. See, with the mage in training, they become a full mage. They become a wizard or warlock. They become a witch or warlock. They become a bishop. They become a dark bishop. I mean, dark bishops, they have that power too. And I know certain people who you become friends with in the beginning of the whole game. Then you meet certain people like, dark elves who indulge themselves with the light. But wait! There's still more. Oh yeah. See, you need a party of either 7 or more. So I'm going to give you a little bit of 7. You become friends with a beaskin, a thief who becomes an assassin. You wonder what a beaskin is? I'll tell you what a beaskin is. A beaskin is a certain type of animal that fights with claws and bears fangs. Oh yeah. Like a 9-tailed fox. Or wolfman who becomes a werewolf man. A bunny. A tiger beaskin. Any type of way you think of a beaskin, you better think it right, because right is right. How right? It could be so right you mean give some that. That's tight. Woohoo! I ain't gonna lie to nobody. It's like you look at how D&D works. How many I named so far? I named 5, okay? So once again, a squire, a dwarf, a elf, a beaskin. Cause this is how I put my party in the way, A mage, a thief or assassin, and last and not least, people. Oh yes, a fighter. Now, why I say fighter, because fighters got them guns, man. They go ham on it. And when it comes to these types of parties, you know what you're doing. I mean, with a swordsman, with a knight who becomes a swordsman, well, you need a mage who can help power you up. cast protection spells, curses enemies, because it can evolve in many ways. You should know it's a tree thing. Like say if I was to have my mage evolve into a wizard, well, the wizard can heal me and cast protection spells. But along that way, they can become more than just a wizard. They become a bishop or archbishop. I mean, come on, man. The best person you can have on your team, if you have, is what they call archbishops. But yet, if you have a dark path, you become a dark mage, a witch. You become a warlock, or my favorite one of them all in this whole thing, a dark lord. And well, with a dark lord on your team, you know you're gonna have some problems because he wants to lead the team. The dwarf. See, dwarves can work in many ways. You should know. They can be sneaky because not just their height, but how fast they can move around you. That's scary for me to say so. A dwarf that could be move faster than anybody in your party. Plus, it can set traps and attack at the same time. Now, if I was to say this, a dwarf could also evolve, I would say it could evolve into, well, a bounty hunter, a magician. Because for their types, magicians work many ways you should know, and trust me, they ain't no lie. I mean, or they become a bowsman. A bowsman like an archer, sniper. I mean, how do I get this? Because the Chronicles of Narnia, and they kind of show me that part. Or knight. Now, elves, they have the same way. They become magic archers or magic bowsmans. Use magical weapons like, daggers, because they attack from afar. They don't attack up too close. Because they know when they are matched by height and skill. So they think smart with strategy. And I mean, come on, elves are the best strategists you can ever think of in your party. Then there's the beastskin. The beastskin can have many ways. Like I said earlier, bunnies, tigers, cats, dogs, wolves, fox. Now, if I was to have myself a beastskin on my team, I would choose the wolf. Why? Because with the wolf beastskin, you can fight same way with the same type of speed as a dwarf. They don't need no weapons, only their claws. Why? Because it's insane to you bear your fangs. Unless it's a wolf beastskin who do the same. Then there's the thief. The thief have many ways to get into many cramps, many ways to get into those little cramps in the world. Then with that, they can steal the stuff that they need, like the magic items, the magic weapons, the magic stones, the cures, the medicines. A thief. But if that thief was to evolve, I would say we evolve into an assassin or a hero. Now, if I was a thief, I'd say an assassin because assassins know what they're doing. They're doing it because they do it so very well. But I'm doing it because you know how they do it because they do it now. It's strange to know that when it comes down to it, you're not paying attention of how D&D should really work. Or do you? Strange. Very, very strange. D&D. Last not least, who else did I say? Swordsman, mage, dwarf, elf. Beastskin, thief. I forgot who I said last. But you know what though? I'm gonna have to replace them since I forgot what I said. A strategist. A person of knowledge who use both lightning, who use both magic, and who use both tones and weapons. Because with a strategist, you know what you're doing. Then when you become a master strategist, that means one thing. A master strategist know what they were doing. You don't know what you're doing when you're a strategist. When you become a master strategist, it's all over. Someone called in the police. Trust me, it's over. That means you want to tip up the whole board and say, forget it. I'm out. But see, that's how a party should work in D&D. With the right weapons, the right style, and the right storyline. Plus, if a weapon is legendary, you got yourself the perfect team. Especially with the main character holding the strongest legendary weapon. I mean, come on. The elemental magic sword. Who carry out many elementals from their battles with other magical creatures who use elements. I'm your boy Chris Blackthorn Harris. My journey through the world of D&D has come to an end. Subscribe. Hit the like button. Share this video. Leave a comment below. What do you think about this video? Oh yeah.